All right, we are live. We're here for overtime, Blues versus Avalanche. I thought, hey, we might as well go live for this overtime, see what happens. Avs with the chance to clinch a third round berth. So we'll see what happens here. I am super excited for this one. I also need to change the logos here real quick, but we have a lot of time before overtime starts, so we'll be good to go. If you guys are just coming in, say hello, and we should be good to go for this overtime. I'm really interested to see what happens. We got a couple more minutes until game time. Get some hellos in the chat. Get some go Avs, go Blues. I thought, hey, let's go live for the start of OT, see what happens. And since it is tied 4-4, it's going to be a real interesting end. So let me put the Blues on here. Give me a second, y'all. Let me know also if like the mic and everything is good to go too. All right, so left is St. Louis. And of course, guys, you just coming in, say hello, hit that like button, or OT is about to start. Let me know who you guys are cheering for, get some go Avs, and who you guys think is going to win at OT, Colorado or St. Louis. Put a 1 in the chat for Colorado and a 2 for St. Louis. 1 for Colorado, 2 for St. Louis. What are we thinking tonight? All right, we also got the score 4-4. All right, y'all, OT is about to start. Hit that like button. Let's get started for OT. Let me see also who's in the chat right quick. All right, we got Ethan Rose, Krabby, Jesper, Orbs, Crazy Golf, The Muffin Man, Feastus, Shazzy Boy, Crazy Golf, Alex, SSJ4. We got NES Addict, Salty Wings and Asfan, Cameron Anderson, Kyle Greensides. We got Zurbot, John, Jordan, Zarbian. Good to see y'all. Also, let me know in the chat too, who are we predicting for the actual OT goal tonight? Because I put on Twitter, I was thinking Valery Nichushkin, and I think it's going to happen that way. Let us know, though. I'm going to say Nichushkin for the Avs, and for the Blues, I'm going to say Justin Falk gets his second of the game. It feels like he could come up in a big moment. But if you guys weren't watching the game, the Avs were up big time. I think they were up 3-0, and then the Blues eventually chipped away, made it 3-2. Then they tied it all up 3-3. Then McKinnon, with 2 minutes to go, made it 4-3. And then the Blues tied up with 50 seconds to go, too. So a lot of different craziness throughout this game. All right, there we go. There we go. Let me also change the shot counter. St. Louis and the Avs are pretty close. Blues have 28 and the Avs have 29. So start of overtime has begun, and it's going to be a weird one, y'all. I have a feeling this game could go to a double overtime, though. Let me also pop out the chat so I can see you guys a little better here. All right, we got 70 in the chat. Good to have you guys. Again, I'm going to go into Chushkin for the Avs. I think we could see a power play here for the Avs middle way through. We got to Nostalgia Mountain. Good to see you. Who do you think has the win? I think Colorado's going to get it done still. Even though the St. Louis Blues have shit back in this game, I still think the Avs are going to find a way to get it done tonight. But we got 9 likes in the chat. Thank you guys for coming in. Hit that like button. Let's get it going for the OT stream. We might only be here for a little bit, so every bit helps. And of course, if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. Join us tonight. I think it's going to be a real good game, though. Real good overtime. I mean, it's been that third period was unbelievable. Ethan, good to see you still, man. Quick shot on Huso. Good save, though. A little bit of traffic. But I haven't had as much time. I'm dealing with school, but I just want to say you're an amazing streamer. Thank you, Ethan. Good to have you no matter what, man. I haven't been streaming as much either, so you're much better. Joshy, what's going on? Naughty says go Blues. Actually, let me know for you guys. Who are you guys cheering for? Who are you guys cheering for? Put a 1 for Colorado and a 2 for St. Louis. I go Colorado every single day of the week. Do I have my jersey? Yeah, I got it right there. I mean, you guys know, as a Stars fan, I'm not the biggest Avs fan, but I don't know. Since Chicago's out from it, anything but St. Louis at this point. Blues get it back to the middle, coming right out. 1 minute into the first overtime. Again, I'm not really convinced that we'll see this OT. I'm going to say this goes to double OT. I'm going to say Nichushkin gets the O2 winner, but I think it's going to take a while before we see this game wrap up. But we got 85 in the chats. Yeah, I mean, if McKinnon gets 80, if McKinnon gets 4 goals today, Joshy, that would be insanity. Colorado 853 and 1 OT. Conjure on the power play from Taves. Hey, Bjork's trying to see you. That's unfortunate, brother, but you know you'll bounce back. We all know you'll bounce back. It's pretty funny. They keep panning to Joe Sakic like every 5 seconds on the Sportsnet feed, and every single time he's just so depressed. He looks so depressed. Taves is my favorite Isles D-man before he was traded, so I'll go with him. Nice. Yeah, he's had a big mark on this series. That's the thing for the Avs. It feels like every time they have the opportunity to close out the game and go into round 3, it's just completely evaded them. So I don't blame any of you guys for going with St. Louis right now. Wraparound chance for the Avs, but right to the middle for Barbashev. Now the Blues come right back up. Along the corner board, trying to get that was Johnson. Avs get it again. I feel like Nichushkin's just going to have a good shift. I don't know how much is going to be played here, but McKinnon gets it back straight to the left side. Now cuts to the middle for a shot. That one blocked out. McKinnon's trying to do everything. I don't exactly blame him because it's kind of been that way so far. That hat trick captured by McKinnon should have ended the series, but Robert Thomas had other ideas to close the regulation. Exactly, man. I was so shocked to see that goal happen because it felt like the entire ball arena was going nuts. You could like the reaction of the crowd was insanity. In front of the net, big chance for the Avs, but Lehkonen couldn't get a shot off. Good defensive play. I think that was Bertuzzo in front of the net. Blues still in their own zone. Parayko, a little bit of trouble. Lehkonen around him, but the Blues get some time and space, and they'll now work out. Yeah, I in this game, I'm kind of conflicted because I'm not even I don't even want the Avs to win this series necessarily, but I also don't like the Blues whatsoever. Blues coming up, shot in by the point by Buchnevich. Good deflection, now coming up. A streak here by Makar. Now on the right corner, coming in, he'll get it to the middle, a pass in front, great chance. I think that was Newhook. Excellent opportunity. They also have been playing pretty well to start out this OT. There was that one chance from the point by the Blues, but besides that, they've been skating well. I'm convinced. I'm convinced the Avs are gonna get it done today. Is there really a delay? For me, it's ultra low. Shot for the point and they score! Blues get it done! Oh my gosh, man. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? No. Right from the point. I didn't even see who shot it. It was so quick. And the Blues win game 5. You gotta be kidding me, dude. You gotta be. I was streaming for 10 minutes, man. I was streaming for 10 minutes. Was that Bozak? Yikes. That is such an L for the Avs, man. That is such an L for the Avs. Unbelievable. Just a point shot after they were playing so well. Tyler Bozak just puts it on the net and boom. We will see a game 6. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Bozak was all over that shift. Oh, Nichushkin. No, Nichushkin had the chance to put it out and he didn't. Oh, did that go off Kadri? I think it might have. He was in front. He couldn't block it. It might have been redirected by Byram. Yikes. I need to see this again. I think it was redirected by Byram. An own goal for the Avs. An own goal for the Avs, and they're going back to St. Louis for game 6, man. That is rough. That is rough. That's so bad. Oh, Bertuzzo blocking a shot as well, right on that shift with his butt. Would have gone in if it weren't for him. That is really bad for the Avs, man. They had every chance, every single chance to close out this series. Every single chance in today's game. They were up by 3, right? Up by 3. And they choked every single lead and lost an OT after playing great and off their own defenseman. Now they're going back to St. Louis for game 6. This, as far as I'm concerned, this series might as well be tied. This series might as well be tied now. You go back to St. Louis, that's such an advantage for the Blues, man. And they have all that momentum now. That sucks. That sucks for the Avs. Yikes. Yeah, man. I mean, as a Stars fan, I know the Avs can't get it done in the second round, but sheesh, my goodness. I didn't know they were this bad at it. Seriously. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. How do you do that to yourself? How do you do that to yourself in Colorado? That's so bad, man. That's so bad. At this point, I think it's anybody's series. It's anybody's series. Crazy DJ, Colorado will end it tonight. Game 5 was crucial, I agree. If they lose, they won't ever hear the end of it, and they have to win. This is an absolute killer. I mean, here's the thing. I think they win a Game 7 if it goes back to Colorado, but they also don't have a great reputation with Game 7s in the second round either. Graviteh is a great example. Let me know. St. Louis or Colorado, who wins this series now, y'all? Who wins this series now? That's awful, man. That's so bad. That's so bad. McKinnon carried the whole game. Exactly, man. Like, here's the thing. I'm going to say this, and this might be controversial. This might be controversial. I think if the Avs choke this series and again lose in the second round, it's way worse. Maybe not way worse, but worse than what the Toronto Maple Leafs have done first round wise. It's worse. Mostly because they've had all the kind of same chances they've had against Dallas. They had against Vegas last year. They had against now the St. Louis Blues. This is a team that on paper is way better than the Leafs, in my opinion. Way better than the Leafs. And continually does not get it done. It's kind of the same situation, but to me, Colorado doesn't have the cup curse excuse that the Leafs have. They also don't get as much crap as I think the Leafs have. And if the Avs choke this series, I think they should get more crap than the Leafs. I think they should get more crap than the Leafs. They lost versus Dallas. You lost a Game 7 series against Dallas. Dallas almost never wins Game 7 series. And you lost a Game 7 series against Dallas. You lost against Vegas after being up 2-0 in the series and allowed 4 unanswered L's. And if they lose this series after being up 3-1, I think that's worse than Toronto. I think that's worse than Toronto. Maybe that's just me, but I think that's just embarrassing. But I think the Avs will still win this series. But personally, you can't give the Blues that edge. They're a team that can come back in these situations. And every time the Avs got that lead, man, vanished. Avs simply can't run it back if they lose, can they? I mean, they can. For the fact that their entire cap situation is screwed. They probably won't have Nichushkin. They might not have Burakovsky. They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose a lot this offseason, for sure. Payne, St. Louis, born and raised, nice. I'm guessing you had a pretty good time in 2019. Gaming gang, what's going on, man? Bardownsy all day. I lost my account. Good to see you, Trey. At least as fans get to witness playoff success, Leafs fans do not. I mean, that's the thing, Michael. Over the past 10 years, have they really gotten to see playoff success? Like, to me, personally, like, we see exactly... Here's the thing. Just take a look at the Florida Panthers this year. Yeah, they got past the first round, but does it really matter? To me, it's the same thing as Washington, where you could care less about series wins. By some people's standards, it might be playoff success. But first round playoff wins is just not going to cut it when you're this stacked. This Avs team is one of the most stacked cores we've seen over the past 10 years. And they can't get past if they can't get past the second round, you've been given everything on a silver platter. And if you can't get past the second round, like, to me, they just become a joke franchise. You can't get past this Blues team, that Vegas team that got whooped versus the Montreal Canadiens? And you couldn't get past that Stars team? Like, that to me would be unbelievable. But obviously there's still time, and they can pretty easily win Game 6. We'll just have to wait and see. But Thank you guys for coming in for the OT streamal. We started streaming 15 minutes ago. I thought we were going to see some double OT, so that's why I started streaming. But you know what? It's still pretty fun. It's good to have y'all tonight. I thought Colorado would win this, but after this, I really think mentally they could defeat themselves. It wasn't a normal loss. It was a choke, and I don't know how they respond. Exactly, Jack. Exactly. Like, to me, this is in every single way they choked. In every single way they choked. I mean, let me just confirm here. Let me just confirm. They were up 3-0. Then the Blues scored, then they scored again, 3-2. Then they were up 3-0, allowed 3 unanswered goals. Nathan MacKinnon put the team on his back with 2 minutes to go, and they still choked. Cale Makar, we're talking about him being the best defenseman in the NHL. He might be. But you see that tying goal? And you see what happened with Nathan MacKinnon. The top players, they step up at the right time. Makar, on that tying goal against St. Louis, completely puck watching. Completely puck watching. Right in front of the net. Thomas is right there. A puck is loose, and Makar can't even react. Before he reacts, it's already in the net. Sure, bad bounce, but you lost your guy. You lost your guy. To me, that tying goal is on him, and that OT goal is also another young defenseman in Byram. Maybe you guys can confirm if it went off him, but still, somebody should have blocked that. That was an easy blockable chance. And so many of these chances, so many of these opportunities just wasted away for the Avs. It's insanity. It's insanity. Yeah, that's true, Michael. That's true. If you're an older Avs fan, then you've definitely seen some success. But if you're a recent one, not so much. I thought Colorado to win, but I really want to see an Avs versus Oilers series, Blues in 7. I just have that feeling. Yeah, that's true. Avs versus Oilers would be sick. McDavid versus MacKinnon and Makar. Yeah, that MacKinnon goal was insanity. I maybe you guys can also agree with me or not, but I thought this series was over after that goal. It just felt like the entire thing was wrapping up. And then the Avalanche decided to be the Avalanche, and like it's just sad to me. Like this is the team. This is the team that's supposed to be the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is the team. This is the team. I don't know. They can't keep a 3-0 lead against St. Louis. What makes you think they're going to keep a lead against the Tampa Bay Lightning? My goodness. They can't keep a lead against Robert Thomas. How are they going to keep a lead against Connor McDavid? Seriously. Aiden, what's going on? But I know so many people after, like, especially the second round, or especially after the first round and everything, and how that Tampa and Florida series went, saying Avs are beating the Lightning in a series. But with how the Avalanche are playing, man, I mean, they are this Blues team. You got to give them credit still, but they're nothing compared to Tampa Bay, in my opinion. Nothing. And I know so many people that were like immediately saying Avs for Cup and all this different stuff. But how, if they keep playing like this, how does this team do it? How does this team do that? I don't see that. I don't see that. But yeah. Mickey, I'm talking a lot of crap, yeah. But that's because you'll keep you run to beat your team in the second round. Like, that's what we're looking at right now. I mean, none of our teams have done anything since I was born. I was born in 2003. And as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I mean, the Stars Cup was 4 years before, but it's not like the Avs have done anything better. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, the Avs should, like, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Like, to me, it's I don't hate the Avalanche. I think they have just choked in many ways and aren't getting enough flack for choking in many ways. Though, again, in saying this, there's a good chance they just win Game 6 and it's all over, but I don't know. Like, to me, it kind of feels a little bit still like when the Leafs lost that Game 6. Just a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, Game 6 could still go the Avs' way. It's over. Next game, just watch Blues Blues one game. Congrats. I thought it was funny. Avalanche were playing their winning song. Oh, all the small things. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't blame them though, because it was a perfect moment. As an Avs fan, this was hard. Kale and Kemper have been especially painful to watch. Yeah, it's like I know that feeling, Bella, because you're right at the cusp. You're like, all you need to do is keep a 3-0 lead. Stars have been in that position for sure. I don't know. Like, personally for me, like, here's the thing. I do not want the Blues to advance. Like, the Blues are like, Blackhawks are easily my least favorite team, but the Blues are right alongside. They're right alongside. And to me, like, I have a lot of great people around me that are Avs fans, and I really want to see them do well, but it's just like, it's just that feeling again of like, what is happening with this team? How do they keep doing this? How do they keep doing this? That is true, Chance, but I don't know. It doesn't feel as complete as 2019 did. Jamali, I swear, bro, if you throw another series, I'm done being a fan. This is the thing. I still think they'll win this series, but this is the problem. They still might win this series, and they even might win against them. Like, okay, here's the thing. There's a really good chance that they face Edmonton in round 3. Let's say they lose game 6, Avs win game 7, they move on to Edmonton, and they beat them like they should. That has to be, in my opinion, maybe the easiest, or at least one of the easier Stanley Cup final runs of all time. And if they face Tampa on the other side, I don't think they beat them. And even if it's like a team like Carolina, like, to me, there's a humongous divide in what the Avs have had to face. And they could do all this stuff. They could go super far. They could go to the Cup final. But they haven't faced any team like Carolina or Tampa especially. And to me, I had that big fear that even if the Avs go to the Cup final and have all this success, there's a good chance they could just get mollywopped versus Tampa. I don't know. They obviously have the better speed and everything, but it just feels like this series was locked up. This series should have been locked up. And if you can't lock it up versus St. Louis, I don't know if you lock it up versus Tampa. That's kind of just my main point, but I don't know. It's going to be really weird to see what happens next. Were you surprised they came back? I mean, I'm not surprised that they made it a game. Like, when the Avalanche made it 3-0, I was watching that game and I'm like, okay, I could definitely see St. Louis pushing here. And I mean, their entire season was on the line, so no. But I was pretty shocked when they made it 4-4. Not gonna lie. What do you think has a better chance of beating Tampa, Rangers or Carolina? Carolina 100%, Aiden. I mean, I would love to see the Rangers put up a chance against Tampa, but no, man. I don't think the Rangers are gonna be able to do it. I mean, it'd be fun, but yeah, I think if that's the Eastern Conference Final, I think they probably get beaten 5. Crazy series, y'all. Crazy series. That's the thing. I mean, with this playoffs, it always feels like there's always that point where it feels like a team might have the dominance, in this case Colorado, and then it just completely tilts the other way. Now for the Blues, man, they go to game 6 at home, and it's an entirely new series. Let me know what you guys think the series will end off on, though, because I would say Avs in 7 still. I think they're going to win this series, but again, I think they're going to show some pretty big weakness. But we'll see. Who do you want to win in this series, Gage? I want the Avs to win. Yeah, severely outclassed against Tampa. Unless Igor Shesterkin plays better than he did in the regular season, I don't know if the Rangers have much of a chance. I mean, they do have. They might have Blake coming back. They might have Gaudreau in there at some point, but I don't know. That'll make much of a difference. I feel like the Lightning would completely wear down the Avalanche in a 7-game series. The Bulls just play more and more physical, and that's so important in the playoffs. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, to me, the Blues are kind of like the Lightning light, where they have a lot of the same elements. They have a lot of the same strengths and everything. Hey, thank you, Austin. Appreciate it. coming in with a 4-month membership. Austin says Panthers need to update their coaching. Agree, Grav? I don't know. I'd give Brunet another chance, but it was really bad how the adjustments were never there during the Tampa series. But I don't know. I feel like I'd give him one more chance. That'd be me, though. Thank you, though, Oz, for the 4-month membership. Appreciate it. Yeah, as I was saying, I feel like the Blues are just the Lightning Light, where they have a lot of the same strong core elements, but I feel like the Lightning are better in their strengths, almost. Like the physical side of St. Louis, I think Tampa can do even better than that. The depth is better, the defense is better, the goaltending is better. Like, to me, like, I look at how Vasilevsky is playing, and I don't know. And I also see how just, like, if you can't get past Robert Thomas and Jordan Kyrou and Ryan O'Reilly, are you going to get past, if Brayden Point is healthy, Steven Stamkos, Nikita Kucherov? Like, to me, I think those guys can make just mincemeat of how this defense is playing right now. And I think it's mostly because that Avs defense is just on the younger side of things. I mean, they're having to play Byram all this time, and he's been solid, but he's also had his weaknesses, and Tampa just loves to expose those tiny little flaws. And to me, what they're getting away with a little bit against St. Louis, they won't be getting away with if they face Tampa. How are the rest of the Avs? Look at McKinnon, lays his stones on the line. He gave up 2 goals late. Landeskog not shooting them. Yeah, that Landeskog chance. Yeah, that board play. He completely gave it away. It was unbelievable. Like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing there, because I was thinking, like, there's no way the Blues tie this. And then Landeskog threw away that chance, and I'm like, okay. Okay. That was rough. I just remember, you just made me remember that, man. Crazy. Yeah, exactly, Tony. To me, the problem is, even if they beat St. Louis, they're gonna have, like, here's the thing. Edmonton is a team that if you beat them, or that is a team that even at their best isn't gonna be this physical, demanding team to play against. Maybe with the speed of that top line, obviously that might be the biggest thing. They might wear down the Avalanche a little bit with their speed, but they're not going to truly wear them down in the physical aspect. And to me, that's where Tampa just, like, to me, if they beat St. Louis and they beat Edmonton and they face Tampa, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. I mean, there's a chance, obviously, the Avs win that series, but I think especially Tampa could win the first couple of games or something. Like, I feel like the Lightning would really go off to a good start in that series. Great teams do not blow a 3-0 lead in the series winning game. Exactly, RF. Like, you see the contrast between the greatest in Tampa Bay and a good team in Colorado. That's the biggest difference. That's the biggest difference. Tampa Bay learned their lessons. You would never see them in that type of moment, at least, blow a lead like that. It just never happens. You saw it a little bit in that series versus Toronto, but when they really needed to win, truly, you never saw that happen. And that's the problem. Like, I want this Avalanche team to look more like Tampa Bay and to lock things down and look better defensively and do things in the clutch. But you see games like this, and it's just, you don't know where the confidence lies anymore. Pretty crazy. Who do you think has been the biggest ghost on the Lightning so far in the playoffs? I have to look back up on the, I mean, maybe Killorn? I have to remember everybody. I feel like from what I've seen, Killorn hasn't been amazing. Oh yeah, he has 4 assists in 11 games. Yeah, definitely Killorn then. Definitely Killorn. But he's a guy I could really see being better as the playoffs go by. Colton has 5 goals, 8 points in 11 games. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. But yeah, I would say Killorn on that. Hey, Grav just came back from the Rochester Americans game. Game tied at 5 after 2 OT. We just left. As we have school tomorrow. Nice, Adam. Good game to go to, man. Good game to go to. And now winning so early, don't forget, that's huge for Tampa. They are so rested now, which was their only sign of weakness, was them slowing down the past 3 years. Yeah, that's true. I think it's a major difference between rest for Colorado and Tampa Bay. Like, Colorado, to me, sweeping that series versus Nashville in some ways was pretty detrimental to them playing St. Louis, because you could kind of tell, even though they started off pretty well, you could kind of tell that, or they started off okay. They didn't start off great, but you could tell there was still some rustiness there. But that'll be it for today, guys. Good to have you all tonight and watching the overtime with us. I mean, sadly, it didn't go for too long, but it's good to have you all tonight. Let us know again what you guys seen throughout this entire series. Does Tampa or does Colorado win? St. Louis win? How many games? Still going to Colorado in 7, though. So I might be streaming a little in maybe a day or two. We'll see. I'll let you guys know in the community tab. But thank you guys so much for joining me on this very short notice stream. And hopefully we will see you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone, and goodbye.